So how much of a missed opportunity is it that we never got a Sonic Rush on the 3DS, but it also could have very well and easily been called Sonic Rush 3D? Come on, man, writing's right on the table. Wait, the writing's on the table? Oh, shit, Mum's gonna kill me.
Sonic Rush!
What's up guys, this is Sanity here, and today we're going to talk about an idea I had on my mind. Due to the recent news that we could be getting a new modern style 2D game, something similar to Sonic Advance, possibly, who knows, I sure don't, can you please just leave my house already? But I thought, what if it's not like Advance at all, and is actually a spiritual successor to the Sonic Rush games? I'm not counting colours on DS despite the gameplay being similar, and this doesn't even have to be Rush free, it could just be a 2D boost title. But for the context of this video, we're going to pretend that Rush free is the next big thing. Otherwise, I made a whole ass logo and animation for nothing. So let's begin talking about how the game will look. Visually, this would need to be stunning. Have it look similar to the original Sonic Rush game, just with 3D backgrounds. More character animations, cell shading to retain that cartoony feel. Essentially, I want that Sonic Runners style graphics. You remember that, right? Of course you do. Anyways. What would also be nice is the choice at the beginning of the game to use lives or no lives. Having that choice in Crash 4 for example was nice, as some players wanted that classic feel, or if they felt like it, just turn the lives off, allowing for experimentation with the gameplay. Also, instead of just Sonic and Blaze this time around, let's introduce more characters into the game to play as with your own special abilities, similar to the Advance games. First, I'll begin with Sonic and Blaze's controls before I get into anyone else, so that we all have bases covered. He should control exactly how he did in the Rush games, but also include the stomp from Colors DS. His boost should build up the same way as before to give that risk-reward factor. With Blaze again, same controls as before, having the hover and everything, just with the inclusion of the ground pound. However, Sonic and Blaze should both have a new move executed the same way, but unique to their characters. So you know in the original Rush game where you get the boost meter all the way to the top, it spins for a bit allowing you infinite boost for a short amount of time. Let's add on to that. Not only do you get infinite boost, but at the press of the right and left triggers, Sonic will use Sonic Wind as he's boosting, destroying enemies high or low, so long as they're on screen. And Blaze will use a new ability called Blaze Inferno, where she will gain a fiery aura, again destroying any enemy on screen. Tails I feel was a no-brainer inclusion. Having him control the same as he did in the Advance games is a must, but with some extra abilities that feel natural, like when he's in his falling animation and the player knows there's an enemy below him. With the said player's knowledge, they can execute a bounce attack with his tails with perfect timing. I feel I can explain that better, but I can't. Next is Knuckles, controlling exactly like he did in the Advance games, but now he has his fighting attacks from Sonic Adventure 2. So punching, spiral uppercut with the press of the Y button or triangle, a drill dive when you're high up in the air and want to get down to the ground quickly, a substitute for Sonic's ground pound. I feel he should be able to also dig into walls and grounds for extra goodies like ring boxes, lives, etc. that are only accessible to him. Why not? Let's add Shadow. He will have the boost like Sonic and Blaze, have his Chaos Blast as the special move I explained earlier when he's boosting. However, as part of his general moveset, he will have the Chaos Spear attack, but this time you won't have to stop dead in your tracks and jump to execute it, no. You'll be able to use it as you're moving. However, so that this move doesn't become OP, let's add a gauge, allowing you 3 spears at a time, only being allowed to refill it with the more enemies you defeat. So something I'm going after here is that the plot would allow for the characters to go through every stage together at the same time, which is where Sonic Rush Adventures mechanic comes in, where before you start a stage, you get to choose between Sonic or Blaze, in which unlocks Blaze in the stages before you meet her in that game. This time of course you'll get to choose between Sonic, Blaze, Tails, Knuckles and Shadow, unlocking each one as they join your party. As for the cutscenes of the game, there should be the choice between 2 styles. Classic, which will be text boxes, no voice acting, etc. Or modern, which will be animated cutscenes, full on voice acting, the works. The reason I'm going for the choice is because this would be the successor to the Rush games, in which the last game was many years ago at this point. so it's understandable why people would want to go back to the old text boxes. This will be an option you can change at any point in the options menu. As for the world map, I don't think there should be too much, just one similar to Crash 4 or Sonic Colors, seeing Sonic run to the next zone. You know what I mean? As for bosses, of course there'll be Eggman, I mean, what did you expect? But how will they play? Now this may be controversial, as I'm not entirely sure how this would work out, but maybe we should have the whole party playable after each hit of the boss. So Sonic hits him once, then we switch to Tails, and vice versa, with each hit requiring the special abilities of the characters to use, keeping the boss fresh. Again, I'm not entirely sure about this one, and boss designs ain't exactly my forte, so take this for what you will. Now this leads me into my final boss idea. Again, this one may be controversial, but just bear with me. So whatever that final boss will be, of course there will be Super Sonic and Burning Blaze, but let's also include Shadow Superform as well, because in terms of the plot, Shadow is going to be pretty much one of the main protagonists alongside Sonic and Blaze. Again, after each hit, you swap between the characters, but how about after 3 hits, right? So what is it, 1 hit with Sonic, 1 hit with Shadow, 1 hit with Blaze. We swap to Tails and Knuckles, going through a mini stage to solve a quick puzzle to help the trio have an advantage against the boss. After each hit, he gets stronger, so Tails and Knuckles will need to activate some switches or whatever. Again, I'm not very good at making up bosses, but I feel like it will give the player a quick breather. Now, for something to fuel some nostalgia, it would be nice if they included one thing. Green Hill! Alright, no. A remake of the original Sonic Rush, with the new art style I mentioned, along with the stomp and revamped live system. And within this remake, let's include some mini Tails segments, which will be very similar to Crash 4. Where in that game you play as Torna, Dingodile or Cortex, to give you some context as to what goes on in those levels. So that's pretty much it. But I left out one important part to any game: the plot. Now there's something I'm more so not so good at, and that's story writing. So I want you, yes you, to detail your version of what the story could be, so long as it goes with the pitch I have read to you. Here's how this is going to work. You upload your pitch to YouTube and link it to me in my Discord server, which will be linked down below, which will have a dedicated Sonic 3 plot channel, and I'll even talk with you about it. Now I know I'm being very hype pretty much about a game that's more than likely not gonna happen, but I like to have fun. Anyways, this has been Sanity. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Again, you'll find a Discord link down in the description below, along with my Twitter. I will speak to you guys in the next one.